Good evening, my dears, my darlings. Welcome back to Legends of Annixter. I know it's been quite some time, but there were some technical difficulties with the void that I had to attend to, which were a bit tedious. But we're all here now, and we're all ready to perform. I am once again your DM, Persephone Crestomancy, and with me are our usual players. Here we have Juniper.
Wherever there's trouble, I'm sure to follow.
Then we have Happy.
Hello.
Then we have Sad.
Atlas is prepared for duty.
We have the illustrious Shlab with us.
If I was a bad gnome, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you, now would I? As alright. Riley O'Neill, fuck!
Riley O'Neill clearly had too much to drink before coming on. And last but certainly not least, a Mr. Nofuh, also known as...
Hegan, a pleasure to meet all of your acquaintances.
Now, the last time we were all gathered together, you, my dear friends, had just gone to the Silvestri Estate, belonging to one Dame Josephine, whom has asked for your help in seeking her missing Singapore cat, Juniper. Or Jupiter. I'm tired. But yes, you are looking for a cat named Jupiter, who is the Dame Josephina's familiar and dear companion cat.
A tiny bit forgot
Now-
we were looking for a cat named Juniper.
Well, that's just it. You guys decided to take up the help find the missing cat poster first. Though you do still have the help wanted poster, which it was sent, which reads, "Help wanted, the House of Gargoyles, 70 silver, see Olivia Grimshaw." So you still have that poster, but with a missing cat, the vote was kind of unanimous. So, how things had happened were you sort of split up, as it were. Riley and Hegan went upstairs to speak with Dame Josephine, who greeted them both warmly. Atlas wandered to the garden, and Arianna, you went to follow. Now, Canon, where do you go? You see your companion Atlas wandering into the large gated garden, and you also notice Arianna quickly following after her, just to make sure she doesn't get into trouble. And then you also see Hegan and Riley being led by a servant upstairs to the house.
I would like to see whoever posted this quest and try to speak with.
All right, so you follow your companions inside. You're kind of a little behind because you're sort of taking everything in. It is an old house, but it is a very good house. It is well lived in. It is a big blue house. There are stairs to get up it. And as you walk inside, let me finish, please. As you walk inside, you soon see an older human woman in a deep indigo blue gown get up from where she is sitting, and she embraces Hegan, giving him a kiss on the cheek and very much sweet with him, and she also greets Riley warmly. And when she notices you coming inside, she says, "Oh, and is this another one of your friends, Hegan?"
Yes, that would be correct.
and she smiles genuinely at you. She has this very warm, grandmotherly-like way about her, just very much comforting. And she says, and she curtsies politely, "It's nice to meet you, good sir. I'm Dame Josephine."
I would like to curtsy back.
So do you walk inside to catch up with the rest of your companions, or are you gonna stand in the doorway just kind of sheepish?
I would like to take in I would like to roll a perception check to see if I see anything out of the ordinary. Anything that might lead to clues, whether for the quest or for other game.
All right. Roll me some good old-fashioned perception check.
All right. 18.
And this is a standard roll, by the way. Okay, so well, it is still in the afternoon, so there's still light, but you notice the autumn leaves outside on the trees. Reds and golds and browns, and some of them are even starting to fall like crisp autumn rain. The inside of the home is very much clean and well kept. There is a fireplace, mantle with some ornaments of sentimental value. It is definitely a well lived in, homely place. The fireplace, though, it is not lit, and it looks like it has been like it hasn't been cleaned for a few days, though it's not horrific. And as I mentioned before, Dame Josephine herself, she's an older human. Her hair is gone completely white. She has kind lavender eyes, and she is just very much a welcoming, comforting presence. Like again, like she is sort of like a grandmama maternal figure, as it were. And you look around a little more, you notice your friends. They there doesn't seem to be anything too out of the ordinary, but then as you're slowly turning your head and looking around, being a man in war, you learned rather quick how to pick up on things that are a little less out of place than one would see. Like someone might not be able to see anything out of place, but your eyes are more trained to pick up the subtler differences, and you notice something odd sticking out of the fireplace among the ashes. Just a little triangular corner of a something, and tilting your head to the side, then you see it. A tiny little glittering of something.
I would like to go to it as casual as. And
Alright,
hey,
so you are going over to the fireplace, sort of looking it over. Shlab, no, Nofuh, what do you two do? Because Dame Josephine, she definitely seems to be worried about her missing cat Juniper.
By just pure curiosity, where was the last place you saw Jupiter?
Well, the last time I saw Juniper, she was in the front yard garden, sunbathing near the honeysuckles. I I know she wanders. I let her go out every morning and every evening, but she always comes back. It's not like her to stay away this long.
And
I know
I
she
do know
spoke to another. Go ahead.
Hegan does know of the location, correct?
Yeah, you again, your family. You were basically one of the many godchildren that she took. You would visit her on some occasions when you were very small. And so yeah, you know where the front garden is. You go down the stairs and there's a little ledge with honeysuckles and a plot of grass and a little swing set for the children. It's definitely a cozy little spot of greenery, and it overlooks the estate.
Hegan does a little bow. If you would excuse me, I would like to go see it.
Of course, you know where it is. And she looks then at you, Cannon, and then you, Riley, and she says, "Would the two of you like some refreshments or some tea? I do appreciate you helping me find my missing cat."
Hmm. Well, what's inside the fireplace, my dear?
The fireplace.
Yeah,
Just some burnt wood and some ashes. Ashes?
I would like to.
Anything that would be in a fireplace.
I would like to try to
Oh
take
dear.
the oddity inside of by a sleight of.
So you're gonna try and secretly rummage through the fireplace, even though you could just ask her?
Yes. Call it untrustful banter, if you will. They do not.
I think a guy's trying to rummage through your fireplace.
I simply wish
Well,
to see what
if-
color of soot it is.
Well, at that, Dame Josephine chuckles. If you think there might be some hint as to where my missing cat is, you're welcome to look through the fireplace. You don't need to be secretive about it, she says gently. And then
I
she turns to gaze back to you.
I mean, I wasn't the one looking through the fireplace. He was.
I know, but still, she says that he is allowed to look through the fireplace and that he didn't need to be secretive about it. Meanwhile, Dame Josephine then looks at you, Riley, and says, "Would you like some tea or refreshments?"
Nah, I'm good.
All right. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. And thank you again. I appreciate it. And meanwhile, Arianna, you followed Atlas into the garden, and
Brutal.
although you are short, in stature, you were actually able to keep up with her and keep an eye on her. And she was enjoying herself. She stuffed a few fruits into her cheeks, and she plopped a thing of grapes into her pocket for later. But then you saw her grow still, and she got that sort of listless look about her. And she reaches into her pocket and she pulls out a note. And then she turns around and she gives it to you, and she asked that you would let the others know. And then you proceeded to watch her walk off, climb up over the wall, and then all you were able to hear were her feet was the clattering, pattering sound of her feet of receding footsteps bounding through the grass. And the note that she left in your hand reads "Gone to worship my lady. I'll be back sometime soon. Ish. Maybe." This is not unusual, as she has done this not only to you, Arianna, but also to Riley, Cannon, and Hegan, whoever was with her at the time. So,
Again.
with the card in hand,
Alright.
what do you do? What do you do?
I'm just gonna sigh, fold the note, and head back inside to meet up with the group.
All right, so you retrace your steps,
Sorry.
passing by some fruits and some flowers, and you walk up the stairs inside, and you see, and as you are walking up, you see a bit of a wall, and above that wall is a little patch of greenery, a little garden, and you see Hegan looking around on the garden, and he seems to be admiring the honeysuckles, giving them a few sniffs, gently lifting up the vines, and sort of looking around and listening. Meanwhile, Hegan, I want you to roll me an investigations roll.
Actually, there's actually one spell I want to use for
Okay.
It's called Clue. It highlights footprints and any oddities in the area, including animal tracks as well.
All right. I'll allow this. Roll for spellcast.
Alrighty. How is a 21?
Oh, that works. That will most definitely suffice. So, let me just okay. So, reaching into your inner coat pocket, you pull out a magnifying glass, and you also pull out a little clay pipe. You proceed to fill it with tobacco, and then now, what sort of Dragonborn are you? Because if you are a fire-breathing Dragonborn, then you can just blow and light the pipe.
Red metallic. So you have
Okay,
fire.
so yeah, you fill up the little pipe with some tobacco, and then you just kind of sort of give a very small, almost spitting blow, and a little ember of fire flickers from your mouth onto the tobacco, and then you start puffing away, and from your mouth and comes clouds and vapors of smoke as you use the magnifying glass. And Arianna, you are soon met with the warm, comforting, spicy, aromatic smell of pumpkin spice. And as you are casting the spell, you take about 3 or 4 good puffs of smoke, and then you blow it out the spell weaving and writhing through the smoke as though it were smoke itself. And you use your magnifying glass, and you notice a lot of footprints and a lot of hints at people who had been in the garden, from birds to servants on their lunch break. Then you notice footprints, specifically the footy paw prints of a cat. You know that Juniper loves to nap under the honeysuckles. There is, in fact, a little hole that she has, over the years, has wriggled and curved into a proper opening from her. And from there, you notice a odd sort of handle sticking out. Like it appears to be made out of black ebony.
Ah. You said a handle, correct?
Yeah, just sort of what looks like to be a small handle made out of black ebony wood. Not only this, but you notice the the paw prints of Juniper walking across the little garden, jumping down off the wall, landing gracefully below, and then toddling off down the road.
Huh.
So what do you do with this information?
Mm, Probably back the ebony handle.
All right,
Since I was-
so do you reach for it? Do you pull it out?
I'm going to say he's going to take a cloth from his pocket and reach for it with that.
All right. So you pull out your handkerchief and you kneel down and you grab hold of the handle, pulling it out. What you realize is that you've pulled out a little golden bell. There's Atlas. The void is being particularly twitchy today. It will bring people in and send them out. It's being rather odd. But
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to feed it last night.
no. I am the DM. I'm the keeper of the void. I just need to talk with the soot goblins about that. They were supposed to have fixed it. Anyway. But you pulled out just on the other end of the handle is a little golden bell. These bells are not uncommon. They're actually found in the churchyard. Or rather, they're found at the church usually. Usually by criers. It's all right, Atlas. I can fix things. But anyway, so you recognize this little bell because the church is well known for having them. Usually for the holiday season there will be bell ringers or there will be the occasional member of the church ringing a bell asking for alms or prayers for those less fortunate or on the All Souls Day festival.
Hmm.
People
And
of the church have come to the Silvestri Estate. It's nothing new, but they always make sure not to leave anything. They're very tidy, the churchgoers.
you said Jupiter's paw prints then lead down the road, correct?
Yep, they
From
lead
the
down
spot.
the road out. Yep, from the estate. Meanwhile, Atlas, you you had been walking in the garden. You enjoyed some of the bountiful fruits of the garden. You took a pouch of grapes, put it in your pocket for later, and you were all fine and dandy. But then all of a sudden, you sort of stopped, and you got the old listless feeling again, as you often do when you are about to wander. And you had just given Arianna a note saying that you had to leave and go worship your goddess, the Lady in White, and that you would be back soon. However, once you did this, over through the garden. You climbed over the gate, and then you started leaving, making your way through the field of wheat, half harvested through. As you are doing this, the void is very noisy today. Anyway, as you are doing this, however, you slowly kind of. It's almost like someone woke you up as you now find yourself in the middle of the field. And snapping you from your thoughts is the sound of a cat, but not a. This is not a well defined polite mew. This is more of a. Sort of an eerie, haunting sort of meow. That is commonly heard in the dark alleyways or on cold autumn evenings. What do you do, Atlas? Atlas. The void is still having some technical difficulties. So, I'm going to repeat myself. But you had just gotten out of the garden by climbing over the wall, and you walked a few paces through the wheat field that has been half harvested. The wheat almost goes over your head, like it goes over your head by a few inches. This is some very fertile soil, so the wheat grows strong and healthy. Everything in the garden is very much ripe and full and healthy. And as you were walking, trying to find your way towards the nearest idol altar for your patron deity that you worship, you kind of stopped in your tracks, and what snaps you out of your stupor, as it were, is the sound of a cat. But this is not a gentle, well-mannered meow. It's more of a very much an uneasy sort of sound.
Atlas senses an animal in distress.
Do you look around?
Yes, Atlas will look around.
All right, roll me some perception then, Atlas.
11.
An 11. It is hard to see as you are in one of the parts of the field that has of wheat that hasn't been harvested yet. And the wheat goes over your head by about a few inches. So it is hard to see anything except tall stalks of wheat. Yet the yowl sounded close. And it continues. What do you
Atlas would
do?
like to try to get closer to the source of the sound.
All right. Repeat that, please. The void is noisy. Please
Atlas
repeat
would
that.
like to try to get closer to the source of the sound.
All right. So you start to follow your ears and sort of listen as the yowling continues. Meanwhile, back within the house, Cannon, you rummage through the fireplace, looking it through to see what you might be able to find. And what you find is as follows. That little corner of something, you pull it out, and it is revealed to be a playing card of sorts, but not just any regular playing card, as it is drawn and painted in a dark night sky sort of aesthetic. And the one card that you grabbed in particular was as follows. You flip it over, and it reveals to you the constellation of Lacerta, the lizard. And this card is specifically the Three of Clubs. And then looking around through the fireplace some more, you also find a shiny gold coin. Yet upon further inspection, you realize that this is not a coin at all, not one that can be spent like normal currency. Rather, it is more akin to a poker chip of sorts. It is flat, and what was that?
So the cat is gambling.
You think the cat is gambling? Well, that's one way to look at it, but let me finish. So on the coin, it is designed to have a sort of twisted cord embroidery, and then in the middle of it, stamped on, is a green herb. It looks almost similarly to rampion.
I would like to find my wizard.
You would like to find what?
My spoiled brother.
Your what? One more time.
My spoiled brother.
Your brother?
My scaled friend. You know.
Oh, you want to find Hegan.
Yes. My
All right.
scaled.
Sorry, it's a little hard to hear. Anyway, so I'm sorry. Anyway, so you look around and you notice that Hegan is nowhere to be seen.
I shall find him.
Upon looking at the door, you see Hegan on the little garden ledge looking over the estate, magnifying glass in one hand close to his eye, and then in his mouth, what he is puffing on is a little clay pipe. And surrounding him with the pipe smoke is just the warm, spicy, irresistible smell of pumpkin spice. You notice he seems to be working some magic. And in his other hand is a bell. Meanwhile, Riley, what do? You have been left inside. You're left inside the house. Dame Josephina has told you everything she knows about where she last saw her precious Juniper. And what she mentioned to you was that Juniper and her would always talk. Like after every early morning excursion or late night adventure Juniper went on, she'd always return and tell her mistress everything she knew and all that she had heard.
Yeah, well,
Weird.
talking
And
cat.
she's my familiar. Familiars always speak to their witches. Or their wizards, should the case be.
First of all, I don't think you're a witch. You'd still classify as a wizard. Second of all, I had no idea about the familiar thing. This is news to me.
Yeah, you should hear what Darius says about you.
I swear to God, if he starts saying some racist shit, I will beat the ever living shit out of him.
Darius just casually fly by. It's like, I'll have you know. No, I don't say anything unorthodox. I just say that you smell. You need to bathe more often. That's all I say. He flies back off. That's not canon,
No.
but
I have been eating soap for the past 3 days.
you shouldn't be eating soap now. You got paid money. Anyway.
Look, I ran out of my regular stuff, so I kind of had to get creative.
Anyway. But, yeah, Dame Josephine Josephine says, but if you have the spell communicate with animals, then you're able to hear them speak as well. I could give you the means for that spell if you'd like to hear what a witch's familiar says.
That's fine. I
Is
just
there
want
some-
to meet the animals that actually talk normally, which is odd to say the least. When you stumble
right.
out of a bar and you witness a random dog just give you the first 4 letters of your address, it's a wild experience. Let me tell you.
Oh my. I'll take your word for that. And so do you leave? Do you look around the house? You notice that
I go
on
out
to your
to investigate where cat might be. Also making kitten sounds because that attracts cats. I know how to make a kitten sound.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I
So
can.
as you walk out making kitten sounds in an attempt to call
Tranquil.
Juniper. Yep.
Jupiter?
Yep. In an attempt to catch Jupiter, you see that Cannon and Hegan are out on the garden ledge, and you see that Hegan has been casting magic. Meanwhile, Arianna, what do? You see your companions joining on the garden ledge, and you have the letter from Atlas, who you think is wandered off again. What do you do?
Garden ledge. Is that on the second floor? Or are they outside now?
It's on the first floor. It's outside. The garden ledge is outside.
Okay.
And you smell the smell of Hegan's pumpkin spice pipe tobacco.
Pumpkin spice. It's always good. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run up to them as quick as I can and give them the note.
All right.
Hey guys, Atlas wandered off again.
I told you to put a rope on her.
Or yeah, just
All
get it.
right.
Hegan rubs his eyes. Now we got a missing cat and a missing.
Missing half elf.
I just hope that
But
it's kidnapped like the last one I was with.
Speaking of which, where is the half-elf's cat? Or
We don't
Hmm, talking.
Sylvie and Darius, Atlas's cat and Darius's familiar respectfully, had gone off to see if they could find any whereabouts in regards to Jupiter the cat as well. And no sooner you speak of these things do you see Darius on the horizon flying by, and he proceeds to land on Hegan's shoulder, and he says, "Ooh, ooh." He says, kind of coughing, and he fans with his wings. He says, my lord, I take it you found some clues?"
Yes. Luckily, with the spell, I'm able to get a highlight of where Jupiter is. Where's the other familiar that was fought Dea sent you with?
I don't recall. We were traveling together, and then a crowd of people drove past us on their wagon, and we got separated. Meanwhile, Atlas, you keep listening, and you're getting closer to the sound, but then all of a sudden you you then hear a sound of wrestling, followed by a An unpleasant which you recognize as that of Sylvie.
Sylvie.
You
Atlas
run
goes to
towards the sound.
yeah, Atlas goes to run towards Sylvie's sound, her voice. Atlas cannot mistake that voice for any other cat. She runs as fast as she can
You
to come to
run.
the aid of the one and possibly only companion that she had before the party.
You follow the sound, and you hear it again as it sounds like Sylvie is struggling. And when you do get a hold of her, when you do finally see her, it's in a part of it is on the very edge of the field of wheat, and you see her dangling in the maw of a dog. This dog is a large greyhound looking like creature, but with a very unpleasant, very black, red-eyed disposition. And the angry yowling you heard before was from another cat. This one, a black cat with scraggly, half-matted fur and a half-torn ear, as it is pinned down and yowling and snarling at the other black dog, which has gotten a hold of it. It is scratching and biting and hissing and spitting with such vitriol. And what you notice about these dogs is that they are wearing thick silver collars. Meanwhile, I want everyone, save for Atlas, to roll me perception.
You got it.
Perception. Okie dokie loki.
I got a 5.
I cannot fuck this up.
I
Fuck it up. Fuck it up.
No, like it's literally impossible for me to fuck it up.
Wow.
19.
I have because I've got expertise in it due to my background.
Ah. So let's see. 22 total.
27.
19.
Okay, and what about you? Okay, so Riley, you're looking down the way you guys came. As Hegan mentioned, that's where the tracks lead. And it's a little hard for you to smell much aside from the pumpkin spice, but Hegan, Cannon, and Arianna, as you are looking over the estate, you notice it. Right next to the aged barn, there's the garden on one side, and right in the middle between the garden and the barn is a field of wheat, bountiful and golden. And sorry, I got grain rice tickling my throat and I don't want to cough. Anyway, but you notice that this field is half harvested. So there are some parts of it that have been harvested and are more flat, and then there are others that are still growing, that are still full, ripe, and lush. And that is when you see it in the distance. What appears to be on the very outsides of the field before the estate gives off into uncharted wilderness, as it were. You see traces of smoke, like that of a fire. You smell it on the very edges of the wind, and you hear. It's faint, but you hear it. You hear an angry cat's yowl, followed by a young kitten's scared, angry yowl. And then you also hear the sounds of growling and snarling like that of dogs.
Would I recognize this given my experience?
Oh, you definitely you recognize those dog sounds. Those are war dogs, specifically used for hunting. Though rather than hunting for game like rabbits, pheasants, or squabs or like, these dogs were specifically trained to hunt for bodies,
Well,
How far away
for
is it?
enemy targets.
too close.
It is you sprint. You'll be if you literally were to leap off the wall and sprint forward to the field, you'd be able to get to it. But here's the thing that I forgot to mention about these dog sounds. They sound eerie. Like they are here and but they are not, sort of fluctuating in and out from present to softer, louder to quiet. Like
Assume
death
that's not
rattles
to happen.
almost.
Could
They sound unnatural.
sounds a bit sounds a bit silly. You said they sound eerie, right?
Yep.
So would it be okay if I could make a history check to see if eerie sounding war dog sounds familiar to anything I've read, or if it's just a war dog?
I would also
History
like to
check.
pass a history check in case I've seen this on the field of that.
Sure. Both of you roll me some history.
This is one of my ways. I never paid attention. 13.
This is one of my strengths. 13?
Yeah, I got 13.
14 plus 6, 20.
Oh, plus? Oh,
Okay.
15 plus 2, so 15. Ha ha.
So, Cannon, you fought in war all your life. You know that these are war dogs, but to your ear and to the to your senses, these simply sound like aged war dogs, like war dogs that have been in the business for years. They are old and there are parts of them that are weakening, but they are still very much intimidating forces to be reckoned with. You, on the other hand, Hegan, yeah, you know that these are as if the war dogs was not bad enough. No, no, no. These are worse. These are spectral hounds.
Ooh.
Ba- basically, spectral hounds are the less nicer cousins of a church grim. Usually having the sort of body of a greyhound, these are not the type of dogs you would want to give your children as birthday presents. They are twice as big as a regular war dog, twice as fast, twice as mean, and that's not even the worst part about them, aside from the maws with death breath. These war dogs are usually these spectral hounds usually travel around in groups, big groups, and yet you're only hearing two.
Well, I've got some good news and I got some bad.
I also got some good news and bad news.
That's not a warhound.
It's an old fucking war, which means that's
No.
more.
It's a spectral cannon.
We're fucked.
Eh,
Aren't those things like twice the size or something? The fuck?
Yes, and they usually travel in bigger packs.
Normally, that's like. Normally, it's about 5. How much more are we talking?
From the sounds of it, I'm guessing 2.
Only 2? There's only 2, that means there's 20.
Or the rest could be waiting. We don't know, and I suggest we get over their stat.
I suggest
So,
we alert some people and then get our ass over. Backup would be more important than just charging headfirst in suicide.
luckily for you, one of the harvesters is just coming by putting away his tools, his wheelbarrow full of all his tools. He's just putting them away in the shed,
Sorry.
and he's just passing you by. What do you do?
I'd like to look at him. I'd like to take my medallion off my desk, put it in his hand, and say, "Listen to me, young farmer boy. What you need to do is go to any guild, show them this, and tell them to get their ass down. Okay? Okay. And then I'm going to
All right.
YOLO off the cliff as fast as I can."
All right. So, all of you, once you see the helping hand getting across the medallion, he runs inside. You all see Cannon leap off the garden ledge. He lands on the gravel to his feet, and he bounds towards the field. And all of you,
Is there any chance
follow.
I can try and make an
After all.
acrobatics move to jump on his back so I don't have to run as
Uh,
hard?
Oh, you won't have to run as.
I'm a tiny halfling.
Right.
The distance you run is more than I
May,
have for me than it is you.
may I please DM? The timer's been off
Yes,
for
sorry.
a while, and I'm trying to wrap it.
Sorry.
It's okay. The voids made everyone crazy today because of the technical difficulties. Anyway, so you see your companions running towards the field. You are quick to run, sprint. You do 3 spins, and you proceed to land on Hegan's shoulder. And the 4 of you run to the field towards the smell of smoke and the sound of spectral hounds. And given the direction that you had seen Atlas climb over the garden wall prior, Arianna, you know, you would bet good money to say that Atlas is in that field too. And that is where we are going to leave it till next week. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Unfortunately, dear Atlas wandered into the void, but if you are able to say goodbye, dear Atlas. Well,
The void may have Atlas's life, but it will never take away Atlas's spirit. Till next time.
well, exactly. With me has been Atlas, Cannon,
Goodbye, my dear friend. And remember to get a nice.
Juniper,
It's been a fun time, but it's time to say goodnight.
Hegan,
I hope all of you have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night.
Look at these
and
guys.
last but not least, Shlab.
Remember, kids, be gay, do crimes.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my
That
word.
Oh, can you refrain from saying that, please? Please.
Be crimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be happy, my friends. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next week. Goodbye.